Everyone, welcome to the show. So I have a little bit of good news to add to the bad news to help kind of offset the horrific news from last night. I expected to see a huge spike in DJT stock after Trump's win last night. On election day, stock opened around $37 a share. It ticked up around mid-afternoon to $40 a share. And then in the afternoon, like mid and late afternoon, they actually halted the trading 3 different times because the trading was just so crazy. There were so many people trading the stock, and it had dropped 15% in just 15 minutes. So that's something that they do. The stock market, they will put a hold on it. They'll pause the trading if it's going up too fast or if it's going down too fast. So it did jump last night after Trump won and after it looked like he was going to win. But then this morning it started, and this morning it picked up a little bit too. It jumped up, but then it just started to drop like a rock, and then it flatlined. So as you guys see here, in the late afternoon in trading, the stock was just under $36 a share. And then this afternoon, like later this afternoon, right before I was about to jump on to record, it was at $32 and change per share. So here's why, because you would think that with Trump winning that the stock would go up, but Trump Media, the company that's, the whole basis for this DJT stock, they finally released their third quarter reports yesterday. Massive, massive losses, as we expected. So it's no coincidence that they waited until election night, because third quarter ended at the end of September. So they've had all of October to release this report, and they wait until election night, hoping that no one would see it, right? So the net sales for the company are down 6%. They're now bringing in only $1 million in the quarter. I mean, that is pathetic. I mean, if that were you or I making $1 million in a quarter, we'd be like, whoo, we're rich, right? But for a company of this size, that the stock is saying that it's worth billions of dollars and it's making $1 million in one quarter, that is pathetic. It is absolutely pathetic, especially when you compare it to their losses. They lost $19.2 million in one quarter. In a 3-month period of time, they lost over $19 million. Again, on top of all the losses I've talked about before. Now, that is down if you compare it to the third quarter of last year, the third quarter of 2023, they lost 26 million. So they're losing less, but still, I mean, you're not making enough to cover even okay, you're barely making enough to cover 1/20th, right? 1/19th in this case of your losses. That is unsustainable. But the Trump Media CEO, Devin Nunes, the guy who used to be in Congress and did all of his theatrics and running around and playing games and trying to cover for Trump, that guy, yeah, he called this an extraordinary quarter. More than 19 million in losses, only 1 million in revenue, and he considers that an extraordinary quarter. I can see why the employees there don't have a lot of faith in him. I can see why they sent in that whistleblower letter and were like, this guy's got to go. He is not good at his job, doesn't know what he's doing, making stupid decisions. Yeah. So, like I said, a little bit, little bit of schadenfreude, a little bit of happy news. Not enough, obviously, to offset what we all discovered about our country last night. But anyway, there you go. I will stay on this. I will let you guys know how things go from here on out. But yeah, it doesn't seem like the market is really responding to Trump's win. Imagine that. I mean, It has nothing to do with the value of the company. That's why. And because actual investors are looking at this and going, no. I mean, if you make $1 million a quarter, okay, let's say you extrapolate that out, that's $4 million a year. How is your company worth billions? Math doesn't work that way, right? Anyway, like I said, I'll stay on it. I'll let you all know when I hear more. Thank you so much for watching and listening. Please like, please share, and subscribe. Please donate if you can. Love you all. Take care. Talk with you soon.